Let me introduce myself as Bradlee Sargent, a software developer. I got my start in computers in high school when my brother told me about the computer there. The third day at school, I fell in love with the computers and the idea of becoming a programmer. My first language was BASIC, running on the Digital Equipment Corporation's PDP-8E. It had 4K of memory and handled 4 users. I used to stay in after school and even try programming using the rocker switches on the front panel. I went to Wentworth Institute and had my first computer job working there at the college's computer center. I handed printouts to the students there and was pursuing my initial degree in computer science. Later I transferred to Worcester Polytechnic Institute, where I studied computer science. I learned COBOL, assembly language, and structured query language. During the summer, I got my first professional part-time job as a computer operator. I learned how some of the big hardware works. The next summer, I got another job programming COBOL part-time. I left college in 1981 for my first job working at Systems Architects. There I worked on a custom-made database. Later, they had me go to Saudi Arabia, where I worked on IBM mainframe, learning CICS, JCL, and ISPF. I also learned how IBM computers worked, which was very different than the DEC computers. After that, I returned to Worcester to get my bachelor's degree in computer science. In 1986, I got my first job as a college graduate. I was programming Oracle and Pro-Fortran in the manufacturing sector. I worked there from 1986 to 1990. I developed applications to track tools stored in a tool crib for the manufacturing floor. I also integrated that with another program that stored the recipe with various steps to manufacture parts to make a completed item. After 6 years with them, they decided to close the department, and so I found a job in Germany at a Christian mission and was put in charge of managing all the computers at the mission. They were IBM PCs running Windows and DOS. I also became a beta tester for Microsoft, testing Windows XP in Arabic in DOS for finding bugs. I found some bugs with the Arabic language that I reported. I also worked beta testing Microsoft mapping software and found bugs in their maps that I reported to them. I also attended a big computer conference in Las Vegas and got free OS from IBM to beta test their software, including C++ compilers. In 1997, I returned to America and worked in Naples, Florida for a company that used Oracle Forms and Reports. They offered a gas-based credit card that tracked extra details such as the drivers, how much mileage they used, how much gas, and other details for a detailed credit card report to their customers. After I got a contract in Orlando and moved to Orlando and started working with Oracle Forms and Reports for the various timeshare companies, including Disney World as well. Later on, I learned the Java programming language and worked at various companies developing code in Java, sometimes to parse code to help identify changes to be made to the code for them. I also started learning JavaScript and HTML and other modern technologies such as web services at Mobius because they decided to add Oracle database to their options to offer to their clients who had a contractual obligation to run in Oracle. When I arrived, the user couldn't even log in using the Oracle software. They kept developing and changing their software, and eventually with my help, they were able to install the software for their customer and satisfy their contractual obligation. They used many different software technologies, including XML, JSP, Java, XML, XSL, many technologies and layers that were used. That software was eventually to be replaced, and I produced the logging software to help developers support that new software and get detailed diagnostic information for troubleshooting on demand. My next job was a contract working with Disney to provide an e-commerce website where employees could purchase gift items as a reward for various accomplishments such as selling a certain number of vacations to their customers. After Disney, I went to work for a private Christian school, managing their computer systems and doing troubleshooting. I also introduced using Linux to help manage their several servers and email systems and alert the manager with an email should their email server crash. After that, I went to work for Talent Keepers to help develop reports using GSP to generate PDF files for their customers. Then I went to work for Portrait Group, where I worked from home using Java to generate various detailed reports for managing financial statements for individuals with extremely high net worth. We also worked on Assistant to manage large collections of very high resolution images with advanced metadata which could be shared among customers belonging to a centralized organization. Then I went to work for Honeywell on another contract, and I'm waiting for them to extend my contract, and in the meantime on the market looking for my next position.